వందే శంభుముమాపతిం సురగురుం వందే జగత్కారణం వందే పన్నగభూషణం శశిధరం వందే పశూనాం పతిం వందే సూర్య శశాంకవన్నినయనం వందే ముకుంద ప్రియం వందే భక్తజన ఆశ్రయం చ వరదం వందే భక్తజన ఆశ్రయం చ వరదం వందే శివం శంకరం. Friends, as we are all aware, Swami Vivekananda is essentially a yogi. Yogas are many. Srimad Bhagavad Gita is in 18 chapters. All the 18 chapters are 18 yogas. They have been condensed and they are shown as 5 yogas popularly. They are Raja Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga and Prapatti Yoga. Of these 5, Raja Yoga is highlighted by Patanjali. The very first sutra of Patanjali Yoga Sutras is Yogaha Chitta Vritti Nirodhaha. Chitta is mind, Vritti is movement, Nirodha is to stop. When the mentation is stopped, when the thoughts are stopped, when the mind is controlled, when there is mastery over the mind, when the mind is silenced, when the mind is calmed down, when the mind is kept peaceful, it is Raja Yoga. This control of the mind, mastery over the mind, is because of the strong willpower. Willpower is available with every one of us. This will, if it is weak, mind will dance as it likes. When the will is strong, it will subdue the mind, silence the mind, make the mind peaceful. This is the yoga practice. Swami Vivekananda popularized this Raja Yoga of strong willpower to be peaceful always. In our country, Adi Shankara is the Adi Yogi, the first yogi to silence the mind. The first person to cool down the thinking faculty. The first person to be always poised. The first person to be serene under all circumstances. The first person to have complete mastery over the mind. How do we know it? We find in his body several things which are contradictory to each other. One is the fire. The second is water. They coexist without quarrel between them. Similarly, in the family of Adi Shankara, we find 5 members or 4 members opposed to each other. Shakti is dynamic activity, Parvati, Prakruti. Shiva is calmness, quietude, beatitude, simple and peaceful, austere. This couple, Parvati and Parameshwara, they have two sons. One is Vigneshwara of calmness and complete supremacy. Subrahmanyam or Kartikeya of dynamic activity, agility. All the four live in harmony. The reason, Shiva, the head of the family, is calm, yogi. In the area or the family of Lord Shiva, we have their respective vehicles. On the body of Lord Shiva is there the cobra, and Vigneshwara's vehicle is rat. This cobra will not harm that rat. It will not eat that rat. They live in peace. Creatures of opposite nature, antagonistic nature, live in cooperation, live together harmoniously, peacefully. This is because of the yoga practiced by Adi Shankara. You find the vehicle of Parvati Devi to be the lion, roaring lion, ferocious lion, aggressive lion. It will not spare the bull. Wherever the bull is seen, the lion will pounce upon it, tear it, eat it, kill it. But this Parvati's Simham or lion will not harm Shiva's bull. The reason, head of the family is a yogi of calm nature, of tranquil mind, of serene silence. You find Subrahmanya's vehicle to be peacock. The peacock will not allow the snake to be quiet. It will prick. It will kill the snake. But the peacock will not harm the snake. We find 3 steps. Shiva is always peaceful. In his body, there are the contradictory things. One is fire, the other is water. They live in harmony. Mind is completely under his control on account of his strong willpower. Therefore, his body is ever healthy. His mind is ever peaceful. His intellect is ever sober. The all-round personality is strong, at the same time serene and peaceful. In his family, all the members of the family, though are opposed to each other in their natures, live in harmonious coexistence. All because of the calm nature, the pious nature, the calm nature, the yogic nature of Lord Shiva. Adi Yogi, Adarsha Yogi. Not only the person, not only the family, but the entire surroundings, animals, creatures, and the entire nature, everything will be cool and calm. You find in Rishi ashramas, parrots, rats, cats, dogs, snakes, all living together. If the head of the family, if the head of the country is peaceful, everything will be peaceful. The ideal, therefore, is Raja Yoga. The person should be a Raja Yogi. Janaka Maharshi, for example. India is of the opinion that the head of an organization, the head of an institution, the head of a nation, the head of a family should be a Raja Yogi with total control over the mind, mastery of the mind. And that is willpower, Raja Yogi. Coming to Swami Vivekananda's life, he was a popular person in the West. He became almost a great prophet, an excellent messiah, preaching a yogic life for sobriety, serenity, calmness, tranquility. And this Swami Vivekananda was one day invited by a disciple for lunch. Swami Vivekananda went to the house of the disciple as a guest. In the family, there are 4 or 5 people opposed to each other. Their temperaments are different. Their ways of life are different. They are pulling at each other. There is not much of harmony in the family. Swami Vivekananda is invited as their guest. The lady of the house has invited him. Swamiji went to their house, and in their house there was a baby of a few months. The baby was screaming, crying restlessly. The entire house was disturbed by the cry of the child. The housewife was very unhappy. She was unable to bestow any attention on anything. And Swamiji looked at the plight of the family. Swamiji looked at the crying baby. Swamiji offered to take that baby into his palms. The housewife, the hostess, gave the baby. The baby was received, kept in the palms. Swami Vivekananda sat in Padmasana. He closed his eyes. He meditated. He silenced the mind. He was sitting peaceful. The baby looked at Swami Vivekananda's face, calm, like a lotus, peaceful, like the undisturbed pond. In the presence of that peaceful person, in the presence of that yogic person, the child forgot to weep. The child became quiet. She stopped crying. Slowly, gradually, the baby slept. The housewife came, thanked Swamiji profusely. Swamiji was still unaware of everything. He was of cool mind, steady mind, and his mind was very, very serene. The baby from the hands of Swamiji was taken, and the baby was put in the cradle for sleep. After some time, the Swami woke up, and his calm nature has had its impact on the members of the family. People opposed to each other became friendly with each other. People who were not of one mind started becoming the admirers of each other. There was harmony. There was cooperation. There was mutual understanding. In the presence of Swami Vivekananda, who was yogic, everything was made quiet. He was peaceful. The child became peaceful. The members of the family became peaceful. What are the practical benefits of Raja Yoga? The first and foremost benefit is we can be peaceful. The practitioner of Raja Yoga will be peaceful. What after all do we want in life? We want Shanti. We would like to be peaceful. After the sleep, we find ourselves to be fresh because mind was not active, mind was not disturbed, it was still in sleep. That gives us freshness. Raja Yoga is to silence the mind, silence the thoughts during the wakeful state. If only we enter into dhyana 2 or 3 times every day for a particular period of time, we will be peaceful. The people around us will be peaceful and the nature too will be peaceful. Swami Vivekananda came to India on the 26th of January 1897 from Rameshwaram to Chennai, and then to Dakshineshwar he proceeded. He brought money, gave it to the co-disciples, and he expressed his idea that there should be Ramakrishna Mutt established. Swami Brahmananda, Swami Turiyananda, Swami Adbhutananda, Swami Akhandananda, Swami Shivananda and a host of others, about 16, they were opposed to that idea because they wanted to have absolute bliss. They wanted to be withdrawn. They wanted to be detached from every problem. Swami Vivekananda had a tough time. What did he do? Every day he only entered into that silent state of mind which is full of strength. And his ideas then would be acceptable to everybody. He would be in a position to convince everybody. All the brother disciples who have been opposed to each other came to calmness, came to understand each other, became harmonious, became agreeable to the proposal of Swami Vivekananda. And Swamiji said, Atmano mokshartham jagat hitaya cha. For the realization of the self, for the freedom, the way is Jagat Hitaya, service to mankind. The policy was accepted. New establishment was started. Ramakrishna Mutt and mission came into existence. All this because of the strong will of Swami Vivekananda. That willpower was seen in silencing the thoughts. Raja Yoga is a strong willpower to silence the mind. When the head of the family or the head of the nation is a Raja Yogi, everything will be functioning harmoniously. People will come together. Nature will be calmed down. Everything will be propitious. Everything will be auspicious. The impact of Raja Yoga is peacefulness. The person who practices Raja Yoga will be of strong willpower and peace, and the people around, the nature around also will be peaceful and purposeful. May we all, by the grace of God Almighty, practice Raja Yoga so that we can all live in peace. Om Namah Shri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukhaswarupaya Satchit Sukhaswarupaya Swamine Tapaharine Swamine Tapaharine.